Welcome to the beautiful capital of South Australia, Adelaide. Right behind me is the tower, and soon it'll be guiding me on board a Rex Saab 340 as we fly to Broken Hill in New South Wales. After spending a great evening with my friends, I got up nice and early and made my way towards the airport, with a little bit of time up my sleeve. Why I continue to wake myself up at 4 AM for these flights still baffles me to this day. As stated in my introduction, Adelaide is the capital city of the Australian state of South Australia, which is the most centrally located city in the country, relatively speaking, with the other major cities being roughly 2 to 3 hours away in every direction. In saying this, the city is still over 1,000 kilometres away from the geographic centre of the country, which is a flagpole at Lambert Centre. Adelaide Airport in the grand scheme of things isn't a large airport, but it handles roughly 75 daily departures and moving 8 million passengers a year. After entering the terminal, I turned left towards the Rex check-in kiosks, which are adjacent to Virgin Australia. The Rex check-in kiosks are not specifically for Rex, but are rather generic and used for a combination of airlines. They spit out flimsy paper passes rather than the better virgin wood pulp passes, which are much higher quality. After attaching my bag tag to my bag, I made my way forward to the bag drop facilities, which are manned by both Virgin Australia and Regional Express staff. The whole check-in process, including bag drop, took me around 2 minutes to complete, and if I was ever to get confused, I had an army of staff behind me ready to assist. Security here at Adelaide Airport is very easy to find as it's directly in front of the entrance, or right of the Rex check-in counters. After passing through security and getting searched for explosive materials in a random test, I made my way towards my gate. The gates at Adelaide Airport are shaped in a very long corridor that spreads the entire length of the terminal. At the start of 2023, I decided to join Priority Pass, which gives a person access to over 1,500 lounges spread across the world. Here at Adelaide, Priority Pass members have access to the Rex Lounge, which is very convenient for today's flight, as not only is the lounge Rex's own, but it is directly beside my departure gate. After being granted entry into the lounge, I proceeded into the completely empty lounge. I was the only person inside, which, saying that, there are different seating choices including lounges, window views and workstations. At the entrance is a display of Rex merchandise and models, which some of it is actually quite interesting, but too expensive in my opinion. Just by the entrance is a rack with the latest Rex magazines and newspapers. Next to this is a small buffet area, and the menu today is very limited, featuring a tea and coffee machine, biscuits and crackers, a selection of bigger cheeses, spreads, Tim Tams, breakfast cereals, whole grain bread, soft drinks, juice, fruit cups and milk. I decided to get myself a hot chocolate from the machine, whilst getting some work done on my laptop. Soon the boarding call was announced and my time in the lounge had come to an end. Boarding today commenced at Gate 10. As today's aircraft is parked at a remote stand, we were guided by a Rex staff member down to a waiting area where our co-pilot was waiting to take us to the aircraft. Whilst walking to the aircraft, I got a pretty good view of the ramp and the aircraft itself, which is a 27-year-old Saab 340B Plus registered as Victor Hotel Zulu Papa Alpha. She first flew for Northwest Airlink in the United States under November 410 X-Ray Juliet, before being moved to Penn Air, and then onwards to Rex in 2018, making this aircraft relatively new to Rex's fleet. Rex's Saab 340s are in a typical economy class layout, with 34 seats spread across in a 1-2 configuration, with the last row being in a row of 4. Today I shall be seated in my go-to seat, 10 Alpha. The seat has 30 inches of pitch and 18.5 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down and extends. In the seat pocket you'll find a safety card, magazine and air sickness bag. Above are individual air vents, reading lights and flight attendant call button. Soon the props began to turn, indicating the start of the flight, 60 seconds ahead of schedule.
On the aircraft. Escape path lighting will help guide you to your nearest exit. The red exit lights can be clearly seen from anywhere in the aircraft. Life jackets are kept under each seat. Pull the tab forward.
We taxied to runway 23 via Tango 1, Bravo 1 and Bravo 2. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff. After takeoff, we passed by Glenelg before spinning around over the Gulf St. Vincent and setting course for Broken Hill. Flight time today is 1 hour and 2 minutes, covering a distance of 284 miles or 457 kilometers, cruising at 19,000 feet. After reaching cruise, the lone cabin crew started handing out breakfasts, and today I opted for the sweet option, which were mini Bicky Bites, which were vanilla and blueberry flavoured, and were quite bizarre, with the blueberry flavour being present. I also opted for a coffee, but only half full, as I don't trust turbulence anymore. Eventually, the clouds parted and I got a glimpse of the ground near Burra in South Australia. On board the aircraft is a single lavatory located at the front of the cabin, just behind the cockpit, which has everything you'd expect to find for a flight of this length. However, the running water has since been decommissioned. Later in the flight, we flew directly past Alina Hill, near the border. Soon we commenced our descent into Broken Hill. Just prior to a descent, our captain made an announcement stating that the weather in Broken Hill was deteriorating fast and that a low-level cloud was hanging around in the area. He also stated that we had, and I quote, 2 attempts to land, otherwise we'd have to return to Adelaide. Which, not gonna lie, was a little bit nerve-wracking. Eventually we broke through the cloud layer and I was relieved to see the ground and knew that we were definitely going to land. Now please enjoy this unedited landing. After landing, we taxied back to the gate via Alpha.
Thank you for this morning. First Officer Ryan Kennedy. I'd like to say thank you for travelling for Rex.
We pulled into Gate 1 3 minutes ahead of schedule.
Hope you enjoy your day here on Broken Hill.
Stepping off the aircraft and giving one last thanks to the very friendly crew members, I was given a very short amount of time to think about today's flight before it came to a close. My go-to airline travelling regionally across Australia is definitely Rex, as they fly a lot of routes to a lot of locations. The only route I wish they flew was Sydney to Canberra, which they used to operate, but at the height of 2020, the route was forced to close due to COVID. For a reasonable fare and at a pace that will allow you to see and enjoy some of the most stunning landscape on the planet passing beneath you, Rex offers the best regional flights in the country to the most amazing places. I myself was wondering what I was going to do for the day in Broken Hill, but honestly I thoroughly enjoyed visiting the museum, eating in the local cafe, checking out the silver mine and more. It was a great experience both on the ground and in the air. One final point that I must address. I understand that the Adelaide lounge isn't the big grand lounge that Sydney is, but honestly the amenities in this lounge were severely lacking. I was expecting some sort of carbohydrate, such as a muffin, and hopefully these points could be improved upon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to push that notification bell if you enjoy my content, and don't forget to check out my other videos as I post them weekly. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!